So, it's week 2 with the Great British Bake Off. I'll show you my bake along with this week's technical, the coconut macaroons. Let's get into the video. Hello beautiful people, welcome to HoobieTastes. Remember, all the ingredients and the method, you can find it down in the descriptions. Let's start with the video. We need to make mango curd. I got mango and apple curd. That's what I found in the market. We add our puree in. You add your sugar. And then you add the remaining egg yolks and a whole egg. Mix it all well together. Very well. No lumps. Add your lemon juice. Make sure it's all nice and consistent and mixed well, and then we move into nice simmering water to cook our curd. Just follow the timing in the recipe, don't overdo it, keep stirring it nicely and slowly until you reach the nice consistency that, like you can see in the picture, basically it's almost like custard-like consistency. Now that we have our curd nice and done, we leave it to cool, and now we move into the difficult bit, which is making the actual macaroons. Now to the food processor, I added the desiccated coconut. I gave it a couple of spins to make it even finer, but don't overdo it and make it into a flour-like consistency. I added the condensed milk and the rice flour. I gave it a few spins, made sure it's all nice, consistent, everything is mixed up, and in between I used the spatula to mix it up even further. Now we go to the egg whites that we had from before, and what I've done here, I used the hand whisker and I whisked it until it reached the consistency you can see on the screen. Again, don't overdo it, something with peaks like that. You know, it's just less than the level you would reach for the meringues. You get to this level and then you fold it with the mixture we've done with the processor. And now, lovely people, little by little, we add it to the mixture and start folding. What's going to happen now, you will get the mixture like more moist. You could see that it can form up. It's, you know, you could form something out of it. It's getting like that kind of consistency, and you will get that feeling that the more you add of the egg whites into it, the more bind you get into the mixture. And to follow the rules of the show, every piece have to be consistent and look nice and uniform. So what I've done here, I used a scoop and a cutter, just used the pencil, and I drew these 6 centimeter circles. Now we get to the bit that was an absolute disaster for me. I tried to shape these rings, it just didn't listen, it didn't happen. I followed the instructions, I used the piping bag, it didn't happen at all. So I had to go and start doing things by hand, and it was messy. I tell you guys, it was really messy. Once I got done with the 3 messy rings, I filled up the gap in the middle so we can add the curd after it bakes. And what I've done for the remaining ones, and that's why I had more success with this, is that I used a large 6 centimeter ice cream scoop. I've done it the way you see. I just topped it up a little bit. I put the chocolate in the middle, and then I closed it up and I scooped the ball out. They all look consistent. It wasn't squished too much, you know, it still had that fluffy feeling to the coconut, and it was really good. At the end, I was happy with the result. We have our preheated oven. We take everything to the oven, bake it, make sure you turn it around a few times. I turned it around only once in the middle like it says on the recipe, but it depends on your oven. For me, a couple of them got burned because I needed to turn it around even like probably a couple of times more than I've done, but you know, it looks really good. Now I got to do like a little bit of melted chocolate. I used it to decorate the scooped macaroons, and I've added the curd into the ring ones. all in all, the taste is fantastic. The texture is really good. I can't fault it. Family loved it. But the rings look horrendous, I think. Even though after baking was quite good. Not bad, I should say. But again, I'll do this recipe again. And I need to follow exactly what they've telling us at the British Bake Off to make the rings look even nicer. Will I get a handshake from Paul for this? I don't think so. But it's worth the calories. It tastes really good. Remember, guys, to subscribe and come to the next video, and I'll share with you my bake along with the Great British Bake Off. Check it out.